Hi everyone, I'm Jaden and I'm here with my friend Christian.
Hi. Hi.
And he is the co-founder of Knows Best
Yes,
in Bushwick. I'd love for you to just introduce yourself to everyone.
totally. So my name is Christian. Like you said, I'm one of the founders of Knows Best Candles. We are a multi-sensory candle brand, born in Harlem, now residing in Bushwick, Brooklyn. And we started off by pairing all of our candles with playlists and mocktail recipes to kind of give people a multi-sensory experience at home. And as of recent, for the past year, we started doing candle making classes. So providing that multi-sensory experience in person.
And I just love that we're able to sample all the scents and there's something for everyone. And something that I love is that they have this menu, which I'll put over here, and it's like a kind of like a color wheel of all the different
Yeah,
scents. But how has your business evolved? What sparked this idea?
totally. So, I mean, during the pandemic, it was a time obviously where people didn't have a lot of access to their senses. I mean, people were quite literally losing their sense of smell. And so, for us being so disconnected from people, we wanted to make something that would help reconnect us. So, like, obviously, people were doing like Zoom weddings and birthday parties. So, the candles were kind of like a tool at the time to help, people can have the same playlist and the same cocktail, like, have a curated experience together, even though we were all apart from each other. And we thought that maybe that trend was going to kind of wear off, but then we realized that like that loneliness, that silo experience has kind of continued, especially with just the culture of work from home.
Mhm.
It has kind of continued, this like epidemic of loneliness has continued on. And so we're hoping that creating a candle making class, but just really scent experiences can help people come back in touch with their five senses, but also kind of have all these connective moments with people, either people they bring or people they just meet in the experience. So whether that's candle making classes or soon to be perfume
Mhm.
making classes,
Yes.
people can, explore their own creativity, but then have fun with other people around them.
And I actually heard about this from my friend Anna from work, and
Hmm.
she went here, I think, on Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
and she met other couples. They exchanged numbers.
So far, like you said, like it's been awesome to just watch random strangers like literally exchange numbers and be like, Chris, you want to come out to drinks with us? I'm like, I have to go watch.
Matchmaker.
No, I'm literally a matchmaker. It's crazy.
Met.
Yes. So we met in the sixth grade. Brittany and I actually met in extra help math because we were both in remedial math. She was smarter than me. I was in remedial writing and reading and math. So I was not that bright as a child. It was my hair and then my smile that got me a very long way. We're both originally from Hop Hog, Long Island, which is where we grew up. And Brittany and I, we've just had very similar life paths. Just like growing up in a predominantly conservative neighborhood,
Mhm.
just really wanting to escape to the city. Just like, I won't speak for her story, but at least for me, as just like a gay person, just it it's a very interesting place to grow up. And for us, we both escaped to Manhattan at the ripe age of 18, went to school here, stayed connected throughout all these years. And she went off to work in hospitality. I went off to work in operations for fitness studios. And we always wanted to start a business together. It was either this or a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And then the pandemic chose for us. No, yes,
Bushwick is so fun, and I feel like I hadn't gotten to explore other than going out a
truly.
dollar bill.
Yeah, but that's the thing about Bushwick though, is that like people like it's because this neighborhood is so industrial. Like you're
Mhm.
only coming here if you need to fix your car or go to a music festival. Like you're not thinking to yourself, this is where small businesses are. This is such a total side note, but Brittany and I and another business owner, Julie, who owns Hive Mind Books in
Mhm.
Bushwick, we started Shop Small Bushwick together to kind of help
Oh,
amplify
okay.
all of the different small businesses in this neighborhood. Because there's not only us, but there's knitting workshops in the neighborhood. There's a new like gourmet cheese store that just opened in the neighborhood. Like there's so many things happening in Bushwick, but yet there's also so many businesses that are like coming and going. It's a great neighborhood, but so many people don't know how great it is, sadly.
And I love how you're amplifying other businesses around you,
Yeah.
not just here. I think that you guys all come together. It will be more of a space that people will go, oh, I'm going to go to Knows Best and I'm going to go to the knitting workshop. And
Yeah,
because I'm someone who has so many interests, I would
totally.
love to go to a knitting workshop.
Yeah.
Like, tell me a little bit about your process founding and like being scrappy in the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, I almost every single person in my family owns a small business. So for me, it was kind of like second nature, even though like it's not like my family trained me on how to open a small business,
Mhm.
but um truly I just think like our scrappiness and willing to succeed, I think really is just what pushed us throughout the years. And it's been really, I mean, there's been so many different challenges. I mean, like the biggest challenge is obviously funding
Mhm.
for small businesses. That's like the hardest thing. But I mean, if really just we're just like we have a really great idea, we just have to amplify it and market it as best as we can. And so years of just like hustling and hustling have like led us to so many opportunities. We used to be carried in Urban Outfitters. We currently still have our partnership with like the Museum of Sex in
Wow.
Manhattan. I think like, well, there's a lot of cool collaborations, but one that really tickled me was we did candles with Chicago, the Broadway musical.
Oh my gosh, that's
And yeah, that was
awesome.
like the craziest email. I think it was very much email popped up, thought it was fake. I screamed, but it was very real. They emailed us and the turnaround time was 2 weeks.
Were there times when you were like, I'm done. I want
Oh,
to throw the towel
oh
in.
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. Definitely pretty last year. Honestly, we actually closed down the store for 2 months because like this whole space used to be a retail store.
mhm.
So I know you guys aren't seeing it, but like literally just this wall is our retail and the rest is our production studio. Because honestly, I think if we stuck just being a retail store and kind of having the classes be secondary, I think we wouldn't really be sitting here.
Yeah.
We had sold off like 80% of the store. And we spent those 2 months just kind of being like, this is our last hurrah. Like, this is our final pivot. Like, this has to work. Because it was just like, we sadly love to do this thing when we do something, we do it for like 2 months, it doesn't work out as great, and then we're like, let's do something new. Like our biggest strength, but yet our biggest weakness was that we go so full throttle, but we don't really give much thought. We just go.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of people like don't have that initiative to just like go and do something, which
Yes.
we have. But the problem is that like we spend so much time going. We don't really ever take the time to be like, well, what is the best decision for us? Well, yeah, like party favors, we did so many trade shows, we've done wholesale, we've done room sprays, we've done reed diffuser classes, we've done merch, we've done a retail store, we've done markets, we've traveled for wholesale like trade shows. Like we've just done so many things, just like being like, well, when's it going to stick? And it's like,
Mhm.
well, nothing's going to stick because you just keep throwing so many things at the wall. Time to realize that. And I think this pivot into service, it finally clicked because it was like Brittany was in restaurants, I was in fitness. It makes sense to do something that's with people because that's our whole careers. And
Mhm.
it's crazy that it took us 6 years to figure that out, but we did.
It's
But
fine.
we did.
And as a founder, you have to be resilient. You have
Yeah,
to be learning and like you have to wear so many different hats.
totally.
Whereas like in corporate, it's like, okay, I'm marketing. I'm just gonna focus on marketing. I'm doing this. I'm in my box. But you are
Yes.
doing everything.
No, truly. And that's what it's been. It's like you just said, like, I'm gonna focus on marketing this thing.
Mhm.
That's it. No more distractions. It's like entrepreneurs love to distract themselves from the main mission. Once you've completed the main mission, then go off and
Mhm.
have a good time because you'll be making enough money where you can try a new side
And it can
project.
run itself a
And
little more.
exactly, but people don't think that way. And that's been like quite a struggle. But it's like now we're kind of like on that flow and it's been like really great and chill.
Talk to me a little bit more about the perfume making class. Like, what are your intentions for that?
Yeah, so for the perfume making class, we it just kind of felt like the next progression, but not because we're trying to do too many things. Um because candles, we've realized, which is a crazy thing to realize, that we are a seasonal business.
Mhm.
Like November to Valentine's Day is our craziest time. And then once that happens, it just kind of falls off because obviously the summer happens. People want to go on rooftop bars. They're going on vacation. Like they're going out to Long Island. Like people are doing other things.
Yes.
So the perfume making class is to one, not make us seasonal. So, we
More
still have,
sticky.
yeah. And it's like people can come and make a perfume and they can go wear it out. Whereas during the wintertime, they want to make a candle, bring it home and enjoy it in their home. So it just seems like the most natural progression for us to like go to. And also there's really nowhere, at least to my knowledge, where you can go make a candle and a perfume in the same place. The way that will work, the idea is like you will focus on a middle note. And once you've solidified your main middle note, you'll then customize the top and bottom notes to your specific needs. So really it's just like we want to encourage people, like especially beginners who are maybe afraid, to like give them a perfume class where they feel like not rushed. They feel like they're actually learning something. I've taken so many workshops where it just feels like fast food. They're just trying to get you in and out as fast as possible, and they don't really care if you're comfortable, and they don't really care if you learn something. They're like, as long as you get the product, you got what you paid for. And that's not how I feel about it. I want people to feel like they actually feel confident and educated enough that they might actually be inspired to make things at home.
I just have a few more
Yeah, yeah.
questions. Are you utilizing AI in any way to like help you offset any tasks?
No, not me. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm actually very anti AI.
Tell me about it.
I think that yes, I could offset certain tasks, but I think at the end of the day, I'm very big on being smart. And I feel like if I start offsetting things, I will lose skills. And I'm very proud of my skills. I'm very proud of my knowledge. And I don't want to offset things for the sake of productivity because that makes me less intelligent. And a lot of my job too, I can't tell AI to make a candle. And I think that's a really big thing. Like, I want people when they come take these classes to realize that like you are talented and skilled and creative enough that you do not need technology in order for you to create something that's beautiful. I think now more than ever, people are not going to trust the internet. They're not going to trust the things that even come into their inbox. And people are going to be craving a human experience. Once again, what we were talking about in the beginning, like this loneliness epidemic. And we're just putting so much into technology that we're like losing ourselves. I even have people who will like pull up Chat GPT to like name their candle. And I publicly shame. I'm like, put away your phone. I literally do. I'm like, put away your phone. I'm like, that's where I come. This is why human touch is so important, because then I come in and I say, maybe you want to name it after the first street of your first apartment. Maybe you chose a beachy fragrance. Maybe you should name it after the name of a beach that you really love, or a memory from, a vacation you once took. Like I always try to bring people back to a human experience. And maybe that's just my upbringing. I used to make tomato sauce in my grandmother's backyard, baking every Christmas. Like, that's just the life I lived, is just work with your hands. And that once again, your creativity and your skill is enough. Like, you don't need something to tell you who you are.
Do you find that you have enough balance between work and like whatever else you do in your life? Or you like always thinking about the business? You feel like you can't be off?
It's come in waves. It's definitely come in waves. I mean, I definitely have moments where I'm like, I feel really balanced, where I have enough time for my family and my boyfriend and my friends and things I'm interested in, like, and making room for all of that. I feel like I have good moments. But I think there's other times, especially like, for example, like Valentine's Day, like we're so slammed. And it's like, which blessed. But but it's, like there are certain times where it's like all I can think about is the business, and it does lead to like exhaustion or burnout, or like even sometimes getting like, I've gotten very sick because I get so stressed out. But it's always a battle. But usually when I'm home, I don't like. That's my biggest rule. As soon as I'm home, I'm not doing a single thing in regards
like
to
close
the business.
laptop.
I used to be like 24/7, and like, it was horrible. But yeah, I think you have to find what works for you, and so that's my rule for me.
Do you have a favorite of anything over here?
I'm like, let me plug something. Well, our bestseller is Bitch Goddess.
Oh, I love that one.
This is her. It's probably flipped around. But yeah, it's a cactus flower and lemon verbena. So this is lemon verbena is like my favorite scent. So if you've ever wanted to try one of our candles, Bitch Goddess is usually everyone's favorite. Of course, like Mountain Daddy is like another huge one that people really love. We literally have 2 t-shirts right there because they're our best sellers. This is what she looks like. I mean, you can check us out at knowsbestcandles.com. We have classes every single week. And you can come take a class. Sometimes I'm teaching it, sometimes Brittany's teaching it. Really just depends on our vibe. Um, and yeah,
Thank
perfume
you
making
so
classes coming
much.
in the
Oh,
spring. Yeah.
I'm gonna come back for
Yeah. Oh my
that.
God. Yes, please, please,
I'm
please.
so
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. It's going to be really fun. I'm really excited for it.
Thank you so much for sharing your
Yeah, for
story. I'm gonna
sure.
give
Oh
you a
my God.
hug.
Thank you for coming.
Of course.